One of the most talked about things in the golf industry has to be slow play. I'm going to share with you what I think we can do to help prevent slow play and to make rounds a lot faster. This is one of the most cliche, over-discussed components of golf, but it's so important. It's hurting the game in my opinion, and I think there's actually a lot of steps that we can take to make a difference. Often, as an owner and operator, people that are on the golf course, they think that it's a group ahead of them, or two groups, or three groups ahead of them, that are actually the ones creating slow play. The reality is that is not true at all. Obviously there's people that are playing slow in front of them, but the biggest difference that we can make to slow play is all of us. You, me, and everybody else, and that's what I'm gonna share today. Number one, when you're waiting for a playing partner or somebody else in your group, be ready to hit your golf shot. Don't stand there and wait. Number two, what I call to is club and bag mismanagement, which is simply, there's times where you don't know exactly what club you need. In those scenarios, make sure you bring 2 or 3 clubs with you. The reason you do that is so that you don't have to go back to your bag, go back to your club. It adds a big difference when you're adding 10, 20, 30 seconds to each shot to how long a round of golf is. Point number 3, cart mismanagement. Obviously, when you're in a cart, you're playing with another playing partner. When you go to hit your playing partner's tee shot, drop them off there and then go to your ball and be ready. When your playing partner hits, you should hit your shot very quickly after and then come back together. Don't wait for your playing partner and then go to your ball when at all possible. Obviously, that's not always possible, but when it is, speed yourself up in your round of golf by going to your ball and separating for a little bit while you're hitting in 2 different places on the golf course. Number 4, stories. Now, obviously, I've heard some of the best experiences and stories on a golf course in my entire life, but know the appropriate time to share those stories. If you're on a tee box and there's nobody ahead of you and you can be ready to tee off, don't share a story at that point in time, or stop the story and pick it back up when there's an appropriate time to share it again. I really believe that there's a right time and a wrong time to share stories and experiences, and it's slowing down the game. Think about that when you're out on the golf course. Number 5, cell phones. Now, I'm a big fan of technology. Clearly, I'm doing YouTube and lots of other social media. I love it. On a golf course, if you have to take a cell phone call in particular, a physical phone call, be courteous to those people, not only in your group, but everybody else on the golf course. You might have to skip half a hole or an entire hole if that phone call is that important. I think it's appropriate to respond to text when you're maybe waiting, or potentially it's appropriate to use social media, but be cognitive of the times that you're doing that so that it doesn't slow down your playing partners or those people around you. Number 6, 1 practice swing. We all have friends and people that we know take 3, 4, or more practice swings. That slows down the round of golf so much. There is a book been written, and I'm gonna add in the description below a link to this book, where these individuals wrote an entire book about hitting your golf shot in 8 seconds or less. I believe that you should be able to hit a golf shot by the time you approach that ball in 10 seconds or less. But the problem is the average golfer is taking nearly 30 seconds to hit a golf shot, and some of them, especially up on the green, are taking far longer than that. If we reduce the amount of time it takes to hit a golf shot, even from 30 seconds down to 10, that would reduce a round of golf 30 minutes for the average golfer that shoots 90. Take less time, 1 practice swing, and hit your golf shot. Point number 7, and this is a little bit cliche, if you're a new golfer or somebody who's been playing for a long time, you've heard of ready golf, but I think it's important to share. Why? Because we really need to move to our ball and play ready golf. If you're on the tee box You know, we're not on the PGA Tour or mostly playing competitive events. If you are, there's some other protocols and courtesies that you need to pay attention to. But if you're not, I don't think people that I play with at least care if you take the honor and hit a golf shot if you're ready and you're waiting for one of your playing partners. Play ready golf no matter where you are on the golf course. If you're ready to hit a golf shot, go and do it. It's gonna reduce the amount of time it takes to play your round of golf. I hope you learned something in this video. I think it's an important topic. It's something that's over talked about a ton. We get calls every day with people on the golf course that are frustrated with people that are in front of them or slow. But the reality is, think about this. It's all of our problem. We can all do better. I believe I've illustrated some points that would allow you to play faster. If you have other ideas for video ideas, please share them with us in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification button. We'll see you next time.